Aarav Sen thought he had seen everything. That was before he set foot in Dharampur, a village untouched by time and silenced by something far worse. Tonight, the silence breaks. Aarav Sen's work had taken him to some strange places, but never one like this. He stood at the edge of Dharampur, a small, nameless village in Madhya Pradesh that had somehow vanished from all maps after 1994. No recent records, no digital trace, no mention on the internet, just a vague rumor passed on from a retired editor at Janmat Weekly. There's a place where no one speaks, not a whisper, not a word. Since the massacre, the editor had said, eyes distant, people still live there, but they've forgotten how to scream. Curiosity turned to obsession, and now Aarav stood before the rusting iron gate that marked the boundary. He pushed through. The silence was not natural. No birds chirped, no wind rustled the leaves. His boots crunched softly on dry gravel, and even that sounded like thunder in the oppressive quiet. Every door was closed, windows shuttered, yet he could feel eyes watching him. He reached for his journal. No audible sound detected within village perimeter. Unnatural quiet, possible psychological effects. A frail woman in a tattered red sari appeared in the distance, her face obscured by a veil. She didn't speak. She simply pointed. He followed. She led him to an old house, more decayed than the others. Inside, it smelled of earth and incense. She pointed to a wall where ancient carvings had been chipped away to reveal a phrase scrawled in dried crimson. "Do not listen to the wind." He turned to ask her what it meant, but she was gone. In the following days, Aarav explored the village. No one spoke, not even the children. They communicated in gestures and blinking patterns, like some evolved form of Morse code. He met an elderly man who handed him a bundle of old newspapers, yellowed and cracked. In them, he found a single recurring headline from 1994. 14 murdered by village head. Wind made him do it. Aarav began hearing whispers at night, faint, desperate cries, not from the villagers, but from the wind itself. His journal entries grew erratic. Something was clawing at his sanity. One night, Aarav ventured out past midnight, drawn to the village well. The wind howled suddenly, a scream in the silence. He peered into the well and saw his reflection blink back at him, but it didn't match his blink. The reflection smiled. Aarav staggered back, clutching his head. Memories he didn't recognize flashed in his mind, images of him as a child, standing in this very village, clutching a bloody rock. He was not just an outsider, he had been here before. The silence wasn't to protect them from him, it was to protect him from remembering. He confronted the mute villagers, gesturing frantically, showing them old photos he had dug up. One image showed a little boy, face blurred, standing next to the former village head. Another photo, same boy, same eyes, Aarav's eyes. The boy was him. He wasn't there to report the story. He was the story. In 1994, the village had committed a ritual sacrifice to bind an ancient wind spirit that had possessed the village head. Aarav, then just a boy, had been the final vessel. They had spared him, but at a cost. The silence was the seal. Now, by returning and documenting it, he had broken it. As he runs from the village, the wind howls like a chorus of dying souls. Behind him, the villagers scream for the first time in decades, raw, guttural cries that shake the earth. But it's too late. Aarav collapses at the village gate, laughing and sobbing at once. The wind carries his words. I remember now. I remember everything. From that day, Dharampur vanished completely. But Aarav's journal showed up 2 weeks later on the desk of the Janmat Weekly editor. Every page was blank, except one. Scrawled in red ink, "Do not listen to the wind."